If you watch this entire video through and feel like you didn't learn anything, feel free to say that I suck in the comments and leave a dislike on the video. But I really want you to hear what I have to say, and it might end up changing your life. Let me read you a passage from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Listening is just as important in one's home life as in the world of business. Millie Esposito made it her business to listen carefully when one of her children wanted to speak with her. One evening, she was sitting in the kitchen with her son, Robert, and after a brief discussion of something that was on his mind, Robert said, "Mom, I know that you love me very much." Mrs. Esposito was touched and said, "Of course I love you very much. Did you doubt it?" Robert responded, "No, but I really know you love me because whenever I want to talk to you about something, you stop whatever you're doing and listen to me." It's a beautiful story, and it's one that I believe everyone in the world needs to hear at some point in their lives. You've probably heard the phrase, in the modern world, attention is the most valuable currency. And yes, this is 100% the truth. When you go out into public, I want you to look around at everyone. You'll find that most people are just mindless. They're not focusing on what they're doing or who they're talking to. Everyone is just stuck in their own head. This applies to not just people you find in the street randomly, but the people around you too, like your friends and family members. When you talk to a friend, do you really feel like that friend is listening to everything you have to say with a 100% of their focus on you? Probably not. Their eye contact is most likely fleeting, and they're thinking about the next thing that they're going to say. And the problem is that you're probably doing the same thing also. So everyone is just plagued by this problem of not being able to provide their full attention to the person that they're talking to, and including me. But there are two things that have tremendously helped me and have made it so that I am a better conversationalist and people actually respect me more for how much I listen to them. And these two things are, number one, eye contact and breathing. Now, before you click off and be like, "Oh, I thought this was a guide to social skills," like, yes, it is. Just calm down. Hear me out. If you followed me for a while, you'll know how much I preach about having good eye contact with people. And you can read all about that in my guide to charisma, and it's in the description. Go click on that. But yes, the first thing is eye contact. Most people, eye contact is just non-existent. It's something that they don't even think about. When they talk to someone, they're used to just looking around the room, and the other person that they're talking to is also probably looking around the room, and maybe occasionally they look at each other for like 3 to 5 seconds and then they look away again. This is considered the normal, and it's odd to me because if someone isn't giving me eye contact in a conversation, or I'm not giving them eye contact, I feel that there is a disconnect and that both of us aren't actually connecting to each other on a deeper level. We're just trying to convey the information that's in our brains and spew it out in hopes of the other person listening. But the other person isn't listening because they're trying to do the same thing. So the next time you get into a conversation with someone, try to hold their eye contact for the whole time that you're speaking to them. Now, if this is your first time doing it, this is going to be pretty difficult, and you're going to feel awkward, and you're going to be like, "Oh, they're going to think I'm weird. I'm just staring at them." But just trust me, with practice, this gets easier, and it'll actually make people respect you a lot more. And I'm going to go into super specific detail here if like this is even hard for you. So look into one of their eyes. Like, I don't think it's possible to look at both of their eyes at the same time. It's kind of weird. Like, you've never heard anyone talk about this kind of stuff. But look into one of their eyes. Just choose one, maybe their left eye. Look at it for 5 seconds and then switch over to their right eye. And just make it like a game of how long can you hold their eye contact like when they're talking to you. Obviously, don't be so focused on this that you completely just don't hear anything that they're saying. Look at one eye at a time, and I guarantee you that that conversation is going to go a lot more smoothly, and that person is going to subconsciously or consciously respect you more and like you more. Now, the second thing is breathing. This one is something that I still have to work on. I think I've gotten down the eye contact one pretty well, but whenever I'm talking to someone, maybe it's someone important or someone above me, like a teacher or something, I find that my breaths become very shallow and I start breathing faster. And when I talk to them, I'm like constricting my chest and holding like some, I don't know what it is, just I'm not breathing deeply. And that affects my mental state and what I have to say. Like the sentences that I say aren't fully what I was thinking in my mind. So you want to just practice deep breathing consciously while you're in the conversation, and specifically diaphragmatic breathing, where you push your stomach out really hard and then you slowly exhale. That's the best way to get a deep breath. So whenever they're saying something in the conversation, along with the weird eye contact game I told you about, you want to add diaphragmatic breathing into there also, consciously pushing your stomach out and taking deep, slow breaths. And obviously, don't just do this randomly when you're the one speaking, like, oh yeah, so when I told you about that, like, just use some common sense, okay? So that's pretty much all you need to know is just eye contact and deep breathing. That's literally it. Once you master these two things, you're pretty much set, because people are going to want to speak with you because of how intently you listen to what they have to say. So from now on, going forward, you should be using these two principles of eye contact and deep breathing in every single conversation you have from now on. I can't even think of a situation where you wouldn't want to use it. Maybe, I don't know, you're getting insulted or something, but imagine you're just there, some guy's insulting you, calling you stupid, and you're just sitting there making eye contact with him and smiling. Like, I don't know, that might work, you choose. But even if you're, let's say, in an argument or something, these two concepts still apply. People don't actually care about being right. All they care about is being heard. And no one listens today. So if you're the person that can hear someone out and really understand where they're coming from, they're going to like you so much more. And this is going to be another video, but that is the secret to winning any argument. It's understanding where the other person is coming from and how they're thinking and understanding how they feel. That is the secret to winning an argument, but that's a different video. But yeah, I believe that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it and like me even a little bit, consider subscribing. As always, I'm Levi. Thank you for listening.